Well, my first snap judgment here, Caitlin Clark deserves all of her flowers for growing the women's basketball game. Okay, so that's pretty obvious. And what we've seen from the viewership numbers, astronomical. You were running through it earlier today. If you haven't seen the tweets, I mean, it outrated NBA Finals, World Series, every college football game except for one. We're at a point right now where more people have watched women's sports, and in particular women's basketball, than ever before. And a lot of it was because of Caitlin Clark, and she delivered in just about every moment. And a lot of people feel like it was unfortunate that she never got the ring in college. But let's not let this moment pass us by without using this momentum to look at some of the other players that are coming up. Juju Watkins, phenomenal for USC. I'm glad they're coming to the Big Ten because there's more visibility. She dropped 50 points in a game during her freshman year, better numbers than Caitlin Clark had during her freshman year. You got Paige Beckers, who's going to be back. A lot of people have talked about her. They had the face-off between her and Caitlin Clark. It was phenomenal. You got Hannah Hidalgo over there at Notre Dame, who played really well as a freshman. Madison Booker at Texas. Malaysia Fawiley, a freshman from South Carolina, who had herself a phenomenal game in the national title. These are the next stars, and they are here. They are ready to go. So if you like what Caitlin Clark did, you're going to love what you're going to see these next few years.
Right, and you have to give credit because not only was she helping growing the game, but she brought in fans. She brought people together that normally wouldn't come together, especially to watch women's college hoops here. And so, Dawn Staley, I was watching an interview that she had this morning, and she said, sometimes it's once every 20 years, once every generation, you're going to have a player like this. And it's also going to come with a lot of success. A lot of people are fans of her, but also a lot of haters. You are a target, and you have to take one for the team, essentially. If you want to consider it that. But she goes, I'm happy the way that she has handled it, and I'm happy the way that she has brought a new audience to our game, and I hope that's going to continue as she goes to the W here. But also the stars that you mentioned, that they're going to be able to have that platform now thanks to Caitlin Clark and what she's been able to do and help grow the game.
No, it's really a wonderful thing to watch. And I'm touching on kind of the attention. When you're not used to it, you don't know some of the negative things that come along with it. And I think that a lot of the stars in this game, you talk about Caitlin Clark, say the same thing about Angel Reese and some of the other stars who have taken some heat there. They have done a really good job of handling it and being team players and leading and guiding through all of it. And that's one of the beautiful things to see here, because sometimes the moment gets too big. It has not been too big for any of these players here.
No, and we're looking at some viewer comments here. It says, I should grow... Talking about your goatee. Mark says I should grow a goatee too, and we can be goatee buddies. That's cute.
Yeah, we should. You should go ahead and do that. I would love to be goatee buddies.
Joshua's starting a little trend here at Stadium.